Okay, gang, I put my 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on my 12 by 12 mat, and I cut out my pieces for our slider card. So let me just see how well it cut. I've been having problems lately with my mat. Now I'm thinking of making 2 cards, and I haven't really decided, as we're putting this card together, how I want it. So I have this one, and I have another one. That's shiny paper, so there's a glare. So I cut out 2. We have our 6 by 4.5 inch card base. We've got our 4 by 5.5 inch front panel. This is our 6 by 3 pulley section, slider pulley. And we have our 6 by 4.5 pulley section. And sorry about the glare, it's just I'm using shiny paper. So let's put this slider portion of the card together first. All right, so you've got your slider card. Remember when we made it, we did a perforated line here and a perforated line there, and then we made cut lines for the 3 sides. So we're gonna mountain fold it, it calls for, which means we're bending this one back on that perforated score line and this one down. Okay, those are the fold marks that need to happen for this piece of the card. I'm gonna move that over here for a second. For our 6 by 3 inch, if you remember, we did a 1/2 inch down from the edge, and we put another perforated, I'm having a time saying that word. We're gonna fold that down like that. Okay, now get out whatever your favorite adhesive is. You're going to take this slider piece and push it through that opening, okay? Because this little fold down tab is going to get attached just like so to the front of your mountain card. So that shiny piece that we folded back is going to get attached to the back side of that front cutout piece. Okay, so that when you're done, it's gonna lay like this. And so my cardstock, my green cardstock, is double-sided, so you can probably see that little light green color because that's gonna be the pulley action when we pull it. So I'm just gonna take some adhesive tape and put it right on that back right there. Okay, and then I'm going to get my scissors and cut off the piece that doesn't actually need to be there. Okay, so I'm putting, remember, this piece goes in, folds back and goes in, and we are going to line it up with, if it's too tough for it to be in there, because it can be, we're going to line it up right with where that edge folds with our piece. And you want to do it even, which I didn't. But it's down there. No mistakes in paper crafting. So now you'll be able to see, and I'm just going to prop it up on something, that it will lay flat, but then when you pull it, so it will slide up. The next thing we're going to do now that we have our sliding piece together is we're going to put this piece on our card. Now to do that, you're not going to put glue or tape on the whole thing. You're just going to put your adhesive, whichever one you use. I would suggest using tape. You're just going to put your adhesive on this side. Okay, so now I've peeled up all my tape, and now I'm just going to lay this down. I'm going to center this how I want it to be. And we just want it to be nice and smooth. So now it's down there. So now when you pull your piece, it's going to open up just like that. How cool is that? Okay, now that we have our front piece adhered, the next part that we're going to have to stick together is this front slider piece to the front of our base card. So go ahead and again use whichever type of adhesive you want to use and go around the 3 edge sides. You're not going to put any adhesive on the pulley side. Okay, just make sure you take your adhesive all the way up to the edge because you want that stuck down and not coming up. Okay, so we're going to pull those off, and then this whole front, remember this piece is the same size as your card. We're just going to wind up putting right on the top of our card and pressing it down. Okay, so now press it down. Mine is a little off, but I'll fix it. And now you're going to have the ability to get your little tabby and pull and watch your sliding mechanism work. Okay, before we push that in, I like to add ribbon. You don't need ribbon to your pulley mechanism, but I like to have some ribbon there. So I'm going to go ahead and add some ribbon to my pulley section. Okay, you don't need it. I just like to have a little piece of ribbon there to pull it because I just think it's easier to pull it than to get your finger in that notched area. Okay, and then it comes down flat. Now we're gonna put our girl on here and dress up the front of our card, and then put our other piece in, and then finish decorating your card. Okay, as you can notice from my slider card, we did a little dressing up. This is a cut from the Silhouette store, the girl holding the birthday balloons. I used my Peachy King, I believe this is the Everyday face stamp to put on there. We just used some extra bling we had rolling around for her middle of her bows. The Happy, Happy, Happy stamp came, that was another Peachy King sentiment stamp set. The inside of our little pocket, I'm not sure, I don't remember what stamp set this came from. This is like one of the dollar stamps that I've gotten, but it has Celebrate and some balloons, which matches our balloons on the outside. The inside of our card is just another Silhouette cut that we used. So it was super easy to put together. I hope it was easy for you to recreate on your Silhouette Design Studio. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. Like I said, this particular card, slider card, the measurements and stuff that I got from the Page to Cutfile video was from the Card Maker magazine 2013. It was a slider card, but I hope you guys had fun putting this together.